My name is Sam, and this is another drag race. Let's roll! This is probably one of my favorite drag races of 2023 as of June. Today is June 24th. Why? Because I've been waiting to get this car for so long. This is the 2023 Cadillac CT4V Blackwing. And we have only done one drag race with the Blackwing, and somehow we managed to get a CT4V Blackwing from Cadillac Canada. They managed to offer one after me asking a few times. Finally, we got one. But here's the thing though. This is a 6-speed manual rear-wheel drive, and it doesn't have the full package on the inside and not the full package on the outside. But luckily, someone showed up with a 2023 BMW M3 6-speed manual as well. We weren't expecting a car to show up because I asked a few people since BMW Canada didn't have one. I managed to get one through thanks to my followers, the great people that follow me on Instagram. Special thanks goes to Mustafa with his stock M3 2023. It's pretty much brand new. I think it's over like 4,000 or 5,000 kilometers, but it's not tuned, it's fully stock. What I want to do today is 2 rolls, 2 digs, just to see how they compare, because on paper they make almost the same horsepower, actually the same horsepower. The difference is that BMW, of course, underrates their cars. You guys know that if they say make 500, it makes 530 or so. That's supposed to make 472, but it definitely makes more than that. I don't know if this Caddy is going to take it, but I will say this. The 6-speed manual transmission and the CT4 Blackwing, in my opinion, I've driven the M3, drives better than that car. But then the M3's got a lot of power and you can feel the difference. The other thing I have to say is that the M3 interior is much bigger in comparison to this. Like, I can't put my baby seat in the back with someone in the front at all. Like, the seat in front becomes absolutely useless. In that M3, I can easily. And I can have person in the front, person behind me. In here, it's a bit cramped. It's a smaller sedan. So the M3 might be a better choice if you're in that situation. Now it's kind of like a review. But what I want to do today is 2 from a roll and 2 from a dig. Before we do that, let's talk about the specs. Of course, the BMW M3 still uses a 3-liter inline-6 twin turbocharged engine. On paper, this makes 473 brake horsepower and 406 pound-feet of torque. It uses a 6-speed manual transmission, and it is rear-wheel drive. You can also pick an 8-speed and an X drive, but that of course is a lot more money. The base curb weight for this model 6-speed is 3,840 pounds. The next one is the CT4V Blackwing, and thankfully under that V series now it says Blackwing, so you'll know that this is not just the CT4V. Under the hood, this uses a 3.6-liter V6 twin turbocharged engine. It makes, on paper, 472 brake horsepower and 445 pound-feet of torque. It uses a 6-speed manual transmission, and it is rear-wheel drive. You can also pick a 10-speed automatic transmission, which is really quick, and I've tested that around the track. But I have to say the 6-speed manual Tremec is superb. This has a curb weight of 3,851 pounds. The next thing I want to talk about is the price difference, US and Canada.
The base model M3 in the US starts at $76,000 US. The CT4V Blackwing in the US starts at $61,000. That's a big gap. In Canada, the M3 base model 6-speed manual starts at $93,000. Meanwhile, the CT4V Blackwing base model starts at $71,000. That's a huge gap between the two. In fact, it's $22,000. If you had to get a fully loaded CT4V Blackwing, you're going to pay the same price as a base model M3. In fact, the one that I ordered with a 10-speed automatic transmission was close to $90,000. That was almost fully loaded, minus some carbon pieces on the outside.
Okay, so the first one we'll do is a roll race. In this case, we're gonna do first, second gear, about 50 to 60 kilometers, all the way to our starting line, and then from there we go. The Cadillac has a no lift shift, which is very easy to go into gears, because you don't have to remove the foot from the throttle at all. You just clutch, 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 and that's one thing I love about this. In this case, I say, let's roll!
I just want to say, first of all, thank you so much for joining us today. I thought this video would never happen because I only get these press cars for a week, and I don't get a second chance to book it, so this is the only chance for me to actually do a drag race with the CT4 that I almost bought last year, but it was a 10-speed automatic transmission. It was supposed to come in June of last year. It arrived in December. So by this time, I actually got an F80 M3. But having said that, I like both cars. I want to see when you take this for a spin later on. Let me know what you think about the 6-speed manual transmission. And you said you have a CT4 Blackwing coming as well.
I'm waiting for a CT5 Blackwing, but hopefully it happens. I don't know. I've been in line for a year and a half, man. And thank you for having us, man. This is an experience for us too. Thank you.
I'm going to put my car in V mode, and I have a traction control management in here, which basically gives me all the goodies, including a race mode. So I have mine in race mode, V mode, in first gear. What mode are you in?
I'm good. I'm in track mode right now, and I'm in Sports Plus for the transmission and the engine, and that's about it. With the manual transmission, that's all I get.
Beautiful. Okay. Microphone, the radio down. First gear. When I say 1, 2, 3, go. Go, we go. Windows up a little bit because we have cameras inside. And the trolls are going to say that car is lost because of the windows down. You know the trolls. Okay. 1, 2, 3, go.
Okay, so let's do this one more time. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay, when I say 1, 2, 3, go and go, we go. We're trying to get it above that 50, 60 kilometers an hour. 1, 2, 3, go. Closer, but not a lot closer. It was closer, but not a lot. Similar to the first roll race that we did. Similar to the first roll race we did. Very similar to that. Ah, even worse. Even worse, nah. Nah. We're gonna do it one more time because I, of course, just want to make sure we launched at the same time, but we did. It looked like we were doing like pretty good all the way onto halfway, and then you just went. So let's do it one more time. Oh, that like we were neck and neck all the way, and then just we can be here all day racing these cars. Honestly, the result is going to be pretty much the same. I'm not going to catch up to you. Even if I put a guy half my weight here, I'm still not going to catch up to you. Mustafa, I just want to say thank you so much. I really appreciate you joining us today. I genuinely never thought I was going to make this video happen. Like genuinely, because it's so hard getting this, not that. There's a ton of those, like people bought cars like that. Not manual, but M3s. But getting one of these, it's almost impossible. Thanks a lot, buddy.
Very much, man. Thank you. Thanks a lot, man. We'll meet back at the finish line. This was beautiful, man. I love doing this with like no fear of cops around and shit. It was amazing, man.
That's exactly that. Thanks a lot, buddy. I'll see you at the end. And the M3, of course, more money, but at the same time, the power advertised, it's not what it makes. It's definitely like, I can see how much he's pulling, and I'm shifting with the shift lights, no lift shift. It's not helping. It's kind of like an automatic transmission, the no lift shift. It's not helping at all. Nonetheless, having said that, it was still a lot of fun because I think this race would have been almost impossible to make today, because tomorrow I get to drop this off and I'm done with this. So having said that, do I regret not buying the CT4 V Blackwing? Yes and no. I just think the space inside this car, it's not that great. It's just very little space in there for me now that we have a child. The M3 is a bit more spacious on the inside, but it's also a lot more money. This is for people that are sort of like married, no kids, or if you have a second car and you want to have a car that you can just bring people with you. In fact, the Civic Type R had more space than this inside for the baby seats and myself and my wife. Having said that, I think this is so underrated. Superly underrated, because you're saving a lot more money than the M3 and you're not too far in terms of performance. I'm sure you can tune this to bring it to that performance level, but I love this thing. I love the comfort, the Magna Ride, the looks is good. This is not well spec'd out, but it's still good on the inside. I love what Cadillac is doing, and I'm kind of sad that they're going away a little bit. Hopefully they don't, but it seems that way. Thanks for watching, guys, and special thanks goes to Jim for being our flag guy today. Cheers.